Hello guys, welcome you guys to my YouTube tutorial. If this is your first time of visiting my channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification button. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to make this tassel dress. Those rope at the down part is called tassel. So this is the Ankara I'm using, and this is the doll face. I'm going to be changing the neck of this dress. I'm not going to be using the exact neck, and this is the tassel rope that I'm telling you about. It's like those abaya rope at the mouth of the abaya. It's called tassel. So now it's for a small girl. So I'm using 2 yards of Ankara for this style. It determines how wide you want it to be. This is a small dress for a baby girl of 12 years old. So I folded the Ankara into 2. It determines the measurement you are going to be using. So now, sorry, that paper is not clear, but I understand what I'm saying. I'm going to explain all what you are going to be needing for this. So now you are just going to measure your desired length of the dress. Some people will want it to be beyond their knee, some above their knee. So now but me, I like it above the knee because that tassel will also bring the length down a little bit. So now I've tried to rule out the length that I want for my dress. That's what I'm cutting out here. Just take your desired measurement for the dress that you want to do. So now what I'm trying to do here, the back of this dress is 14 inches. So you are going to divide it by 2, making 7 inches. So you are going to be adding ½ inch. Just for clarification, that one is half, which is 7.5 inch. You are going to be adding your desired length of sleeve. I don't want to add the sleeve to be much on it. You are just going to add your desired length of the sleeve. We are not going to make use of the back. I just use it for explanation. So now I want to bring out the band. So now the bust, anything you get for your bust, just add extra 4 inches allowance to it, or you can make it 5 inches allowance. So from there, you come down from that place, you measure maybe 10 inch for the armhole, but for this I'm using 8 inch because it's a small girl. So you can use 12 inch. It determines how wide you want it to be. So you measure the shoulder to waist, shoulder to hip. So now at the waist too, you divide it by 4. For this, now maybe I'm using waist, let me just say waist 40. So divided by 4 is 10. You are going to be adding extra because this dress is folded into 4, front and back folded into 2. So now you are going to be adding extra 4 inch to it. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Or you can add extra 3 inches to it. It determines how big or bogus you want it to be. So for the hip, we are also going to be dividing it by 4 because it's folded into 4. Like I said earlier, it's folded into 4. So anything you get there, you're going to add extra 3 or 4 inches allowance to it to make it free. That means how wide you want it to be. So from there, you just bring the measurement downward to your desired length. So from here, I'm taking the neck wideness as 2.5 inch. I don't want the neck to be too wide. By 1.5 inch for the back. So I'm going to come down by 8 inches there because I told you earlier that the neck is going to be different from this. So I've come down by 8 inch. So I now bring out that V shape to the neck point. So now what I want to do here, I will separate the back. I've cut the front and back together. So now I want to separate the front from the back. This is the front now. So I'm going to cut out that neck shape that I draft out on the dress. So now after cutting it out, I will take the both front and back together. I will take it to my sewing machine and join the shoulder. Now if you like, you can cut it as round neck. If you like, you can cut it as V neck. But this is the neck I'm putting for my own. So you take it to your sewing machine and join the shoulder together. So now after joining it, this is what I got. Sorry for the background picture. So now you now take your tape rule, you measure round from that place downward. So anything you get, if the measurement you took is 23 or 22, you are going to be cutting that by 5 inches wide. And you are going to be adding extra 3 inches allowance to it. Your desired length measurement, you are going to be adding extra 3 inches allowance to it. And after adding it, you fold it into 2. So now you now place it. You not place it from the starting point. You bring out maybe 1.5 inch downward. So you start your sewing from that place to the other edge. So now after sewing, this is the way it is. You don't start from that place that the duffel starts from. Just come out from the tip of that place that you cut out from. So now you are now going to insert, you are going to launch it a little bit. So you are going to insert the duffel under it, the way I'm placing it now. Just set it very well. If you like, you take your iron to arrange it very well. So I want to put one of my tassel to the neck point. So it will be staying at the center. I'm going to insert it at the midpoint. Just reverse it back. Arrange it very well here. If it's folding, just try to arrange it. Take it to your sewing machine and toe stitch. So after toe stitching it, this is the dress. Do you see that the neck is sitting down fine? Just so arrange the sleeve, sew it very well. So now this is the final parts of it. I want to be attaching my tassel to the down part. So now if your tassel is up to 24, just try to divide it. So now the tassel I'm using, I have 12 pieces with me here. So I want to be attaching 6 to the front, 6 to the back. What you are going to do, just take your tape rule. You are going to measure the length. It's front and back. The front, you are going to be attaching one at the two sides. So you are going to measure anything you get. You are going to split it into the desired space that you are going to be attaching your tassel. This is where I arrange it. So now we take my chalk. I will use it to bring out the points that I'm going to be attaching the tassel one by one. Just mark the front and back with chalk, so that if you're attaching it, you won't miss the point that you're going to be attaching the tassel. So now what you're going to be doing, you just fold the edge in the way I'm folding it in. You know we have already used our chalk to mark it out. So you just place your tassel on it and just sew it. So any place that you mark your chalk, that's the place that you are going to be attaching your tassel round. Just be sewing it or stitch it very well so that the thing will not fall off. So that's the dress. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, turn on the notification button. Bye. See you next on my tutorial.